What is up, Titan Nation? Hope everybody is doing well out there. Um, we're just getting off of a Titan upload double header. I'm doing the second part of it. If you just came over from Titan Uploads channel, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We got an awesome show lined up for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about all the training camp battles that are going on. Titan Anderson will be joining the show. Soon, shortly. He's getting set up and everything, but we're going to get rolling. I already see a bunch of comments in the chat, so we'll get to those. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. You all are awesome. Y'all have made this channel what it is. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your support. So let's get it rolling. Let's roll the Jalen Fly intro and let's go. Tighten up.
Oh, how y'all doing? This is Jalen Fly, aka the Mountain Mover. Make sure y'all follow my movement. But in the meantime, check us out. I need y'all to like and subscribe because this is Titans Rossi. Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's my favorite intro that I've ever had. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna get to some of your comments first because we're kind of waiting for TA to get in here. So we'll get to some of your comments, guys. And I want to give a special shout out to some of my favorite people on this planet. Titans Time podcast, Tyler and Miss Carrie, his wife, and their baby. But they hooked me up with a ticket to training camp. I think August 7th, where me and Tyler are going to go. So we're going to try and bring you guys some footage from training camp, just like the media does, and maybe we can get some interviews for some players from some players if we're lucky. So I'm super stoked about that. And I want to give a very special shout out to those guys. And if you haven't followed Titans Time podcast yet, please do, man. They're awesome. They've been doing this a long time. There's their link, Titans Time podcast on YouTube, Twitter at Titans Time, and also check them out on all the podcast and different listening services out there, Spotify, Stitcher, all that stuff. They're on all that stuff. So check those guys out. Special shout out to them. And so yeah, we're gonna go over all the training camp battles. I got some slides prepared for you guys, and I want to get you guys opinion on all these battles that are going on in training camp, because there's quite a few open spots this year. It's not like last season where kind of a lot of things were already decided before camp. So sometimes they say competition makes a team better, and maybe a little competition at some of these positions are going to make us better this season. And you look at what we got coming back on defense. I mean, golly, man, this defense could be one of the top 5 defenses in the league, possibly. So I'm going to get to some of you guys' comments. Y'all are already in here. Titan Fox is in the building. Says, thank you for listing the Central Time and Eastern Time. It always throws me off being at a different time zone. And yeah, man, the reason I started doing that was because, like I said, I mean, when I was down south, I was on Eastern Time for a while. So I had to kind of get used to doing it as well. So Grandizer, what's up, man? Thank you so much for all your support, man. Grandizer supports a lot of us kind of YouTubers and stuff. Shadow Monkey, keep up the good work, Rusty. Can't wait to see you in the training camp content. Yeah, I can't either, man. And I've been posting online, where there's a will, there's a way. The Titan Upload Network will get into training camp, come hell or high water, whatever that may be. But luckily we didn't have to sneak in. We got in, we're going to get in legally. So that's always a good thing. 615 podcast. What's up, my friend? And you guys go follow the 615 podcast. Follow him and the Power Hour. The Power Hour, his TikTok has been blowing up lately. So go follow him on TikTok and follow the 615. I had his link up here somewhere. I meant to put his link, but at the 615 podcast, Follow him on YouTube and Twitter. He's been having a lot of huge guests on there lately, so you guys give him a follow. Al Pierce, my friend, Tighten Up Rossi, TA, go to kick massive tail. Let me see where TA is at. I think he's about to get loaded up in here. We'll get him in here. Let's see. Titan Fox says, I like that this description says Battle of the Titans was Clash of the Titans copyrighted already. You know what? That's my own dumb fault. Titan. I should have put. I was thinking the other day. I was like, "Isn't there another word that needs to be used?" But hey, it is what it is. That's what it is now. I should have put Clash of the Titans. Yeah, that would have been a good one. But see, that's why I need you guys, because you're always keeping me on my toes. Jonathan says, pumped up for training camp. I am too, man. It's crazy how quick things have gotten. It seems like we were just, playing the Bengals and hoping we would make it to the Super Bowl and all that stuff. And all of a sudden training camp's here. So that's pretty crazy. I see TA has just gotten a green room, so we'll get him here in a minute when he's good and set up. BB15, what's up, brother? He says, tighten up. Real Fan Sports, what's good, man? We need to collab again on a show. That would be awesome. Clifford, my stepbrother, love you, man. I'm glad to be back too. Titans for Life is in the building, so go check out Titans for Life as well. He's part of the Titan Upload Network. Check him out, Titans for Life, on YouTube and Twitter at the Big Sportsman 3. So you guys go check him out too. Raul Garcia is in the building. Carrie, I don't know if you were on there earlier, but I gave a big shout out to you and Tyler for hooking me up with the training camp tickets. Ricky Jenkins is in the building, August the 18th. Is that what is that, a training camp date you are going to or something? Anyways, we're going to bring Titan Anderson in here. We're going to get rolling on this, all these training camp battles and stuff like that. So let's bring him in here. What's up, TA?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
You got the I'm trying to figure out this background thing because my green screen's not working.
Is it something I need to do?
No, it's
we'll get him back in here, guys. We will get TA back in here. MB says, what's up, Rossi? Real Fan Sports says, for sure, man, we're about to get our NFL content started up soon. We will definitely link up. Yeah, for sure, man. Ryan Dodd, what's up, Ryan Dodd? He says, what's up, Titans? Tighten up. How are you, Titans? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Made a few moves lately. I had to move and stuff like that, but things are going well. Shadow Monkey says, truth or dare. I don't know if I want to play this game, Shadow Monkey. I feel like something you're going to get me. So I'm going to, let's say truth on that one. Let's see what you got there. I'll entertain it anyways. Ricky Jenkins says training camp against that's going to be cool, man. That's going to be cool. I wish I could go. I think that must be in Tennessee this year because we did it down there last year. G's will upload ever stop talking. Is upload still going? I don't know. But no, he's more than welcome. Titans for Life said the green screen was working. It was green. So there you go. I think we got him now. Let's see what we got going on here. There we go.
Yeah, I had to log into StreamYard. It wasn't like I wasn't signed into StreamYard anymore because I don't use it. So they made me relog. They made me relog in to use my green screen.
Yeah, man, and that's something I've been talking to you about and everything. I want to start getting some of these newer, working on these newer programs, learning how to do newer stuff. But yeah, man, we got it rolling already. We got 25 people in there, and you like my title there, the Rossi Report?
Hell yeah, hell yeah, man.
So
I know what's going on. Yeah, so what's going on, man? How's everything?
Good, man. Things are going good, man. I got my new setup, still working on some things, but dude, I had an awesome freaking meal tonight. We cooked some fillets.
What kind of
avocado
what kind of steak was that?
filet.
Oh, there you go. Something.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah,
It was
that's
really
good,
good. We
man.
cooked out on the grill and everything. But anyway, so what I was gonna do tonight is just kind of go through. We're kind of piggybacking off of Upload show, and we're just gonna kind of go through like some of the positions that are up for grabs. We'll get your thoughts. We'll get the chat's thoughts and all that stuff, man. So it's gonna be fun, dude. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
And if any of you guys in the chats have any more battles that I haven't posted, we're gonna go through about 5 of them, and we'll go about an hour tonight, guys, and go through them there. So the first one I did want to start with, dude, because a lot of people have been talking about this. Now, in my opinion, I think that Woodside's still going to be the backup, and I think they're just going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the active roster. But we got Woodside versus Malik Willis for the backup, and I want to get your thoughts on this, because is there any way that Malik Willis gets that spot as the official backup and we cut Woodside, or we throw Woodside on the practice squad, or what?
I think I'm with you. I think Logan Woodside is going to be the backup. I think that we're going to be really cautious with Malik Willis. You don't want to throw him out there into the fire. Like if we didn't have a quarterback, then it would have been an awesome situation grabbing him when we did. We probably would have even reached and grabbed him in the second round. This guy's a first round talent drafted in the inside of the third round. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. So if we take our time, let the kid learn, do everything the right way with him, I would love to see him involved in some packages. I would love to see some Malik Willis and Ryan Tannehill on the and King Henry on the field at the same time, and some trick plays. Like, that'd be awesome. But right now, I think Logan Woodside's been the guy for a few years. He knows the system. He knows what to do when needed. And I just think that because of all of that, I think Malik Willis probably won't see the field much, other than maybe a trick play here every once in a while. But I think Logan Woodside's got it locked up.
And yeah, I do too, man. I think obviously they've put a lot of faith in Woodside. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been the backup for 2 years, and the backup position in the NFL, I mean, it's an important position, dude. I mean, how many times do QBs go down, man? I mean, it's super important position, and for an organization to put your freaking trust in a guy like that, and I would almost like to see Woodside play a little more, like in real game situations. Now, obviously, we don't want that to happen for a lot of reasons, but I'd just like to see what Woodside has. Like, is he really? Because obviously they think very highly of this dude, man. Like, they're to put him behind. But the other thing too, TA, is like, it's crazy how durable Tannehill's been. Like, I mean, the dude's gotten rocked. I mean, our O-line has been pretty poor. I mean, as other than like the first year he was here, but I mean, he's been getting rocked for the past 2 seasons. You know
what? You know what bothers me a lot is, I know that a lot of people seem to either be, it kind of seems like you either love Taylor Lewan, you dislike Taylor Lewan, or whatever. But one thing is really bothering me. Not only is he injured and stuff like that, but you know how you see a lot of our guys in the off seasons working out. I mean, hell, you and Uploads guy at Kinsey's working out damn near every day.
Yeah.
Why is Taylor Lewan not doing that? Why is he off on a boat traveling, doing this and that? Why is he not taking this more seriously? It's like, dude, you were injured all year. You didn't play that well, but when you came back, you were okay. But we paid you to be a top left tackle in the league. You're always hurt. And then I see stuff like that. I see Derrick Henry running up hills after after what he was. You know what I'm saying? And you got Taylor Lewan, like the podcast thing, whatever. Draymond Green does a podcast. That doesn't bother me. But when I see other people putting in 100% more effort than you, that bothers me, and that's why I'm questioning his 100% focus on this team. I'm truly questioning it.
Yeah, you're right, man. I haven't really thought about that, and you're right. You never see him doing anything. And that's kind of crazy, man. And like, and say what you want about Tannehill and all that, and what happened in the Bengals game, and I mean, he's been out there getting it, dude. Like he's been down in Miami practicing with. Even Kenzie was down in Miami with him, and Dez and all the I think the majority of the wide receivers were down there with him for a couple weeks, getting it. And they said that I've heard that Tannehill's been working harder than ever. Like even before this was before even mini camps, that he was going in and getting special tapes made because he was just so upset about the Bengals game. And it's good to hear, like look, man, I'm a believer in Tannehill. I think he can turn it around. But at the same time, like we're not asking for, we don't need like greatness at the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? We just
Exactly.
need efficiency. You know, you got freaking Derrick Henry coming back, right? We need to protect Tannehill, obviously. You got
Yep.
Henry coming back. We need an efficient pass offense. It doesn't have to be deep balls and all that stuff. We need a well-oiled machine. Maybe that's what Tim Kelly can do. I mean, do you
Oh
agree
yeah.
with me here? Like, I mean, with the defense and everything, we don't need like world beaters on offense.
No, the thing is, like, even last year, we didn't. The Tennessee Titans aren't going to go out there and do no look passes like Patrick Mahomes and whatever.
Right.
They're not going to go out there and take 550+ yard throws a game. We're not going to do that. We're not going to run trick plays all the time. That's not what we do. All right, but it's it's okay. We don't have to be the pretty team, but we're going to be that team that you don't want to be, that you don't want to play. And then when you do play us, we're going to be the team that you said, "Damn, war, wow," and that's who we are. If you beat us, you're going to have to earn it. You're not going to score an 80-yard touchdown over the top of this defense. If you score, like I said last year, you're going to have to do a 12-play drive. You're going to have to earn it. That's it. You're going to have to earn it. And 9 times out of 10, you will get a 12-play drive, but you're kicking it. You're going to get 3 points. And that's the bend but don't break mentality. And as long as Tannehill doesn't make mistakes and try to do too much, don't turn the ball over. This team wins against the Bengals 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
It is
dude.
what it is.
And we had that game, and like,
Yep.
We had that game, dude, and that's the shame of it all. And hopefully, I don't know what happened last year in training camp, but there was a lot made about Tannehill throwing so many interceptions in training camp. Remember all the reports coming out? And
yeah,
I mean, maybe it did mean something. Even I was like, oh, it's just training camp. Like he's got new people, blah, blah, blah. But maybe it did mean something, and maybe he got kind of lax last year because all the talent, Julio and everybody. But we'll see what happens, man.
that right there, and I don't mean to cut you off, but that's something that's
No,
not
you're good.
that's not talked about. You got guys like Julio Jones, and and even though he's aging or whatever, and people know he's had a recent injury issues, the name value is so high that if that guy's not producing, it's gonna fall back more to, okay, well, maybe it's Ryan Tannehill's issue, or they run the ball too much, or what, and then you got the same thing with AJ Brown. Now you got no Julio Jones as of right now. You got no AJ Brown. You got a rookie in Treylon Burks who's ready to go. You've got guys like Mason Kinsey and Kyle Phillips, who are Dez Fitzpatrick, who are hungrier than ever. You got Bobby Trees ready to prove everybody wrong and possibly be a 1A, because Burks is going to be involved as well. And then the most important, like I already made an episode on, is Tannehill had the worst tight ends in football, ranked 31 and 32.
He did.
After they have the ball in their hands, and everything, every stat you could possibly see in the tight end position, yards after catching, anything, yards, touchdowns, all damn near at the end. Now you add a guy, the most athletically gifted tight end in the draft in Chig, and then you got Austin Hooper. This is Ryan Tannehill is probably sitting back like, yes.
Yeah.
And we don't, and they're not big names. Like, you go ask the average Dallas Cowboy fans about Chig, they're not gonna know who the hell you're talking about. They probably don't even know who Hooper is. So it's okay. We're gonna fly under the radar with great players, and we're gonna hurt some feelings.
Yeah, man. I think this offense, as of right now, is built for efficiency. You know,
Exactly.
like I think they have something up their sleeve where they're bringing in Tim Kelly as a passing game coordinator. I think they're working at something to be a more efficient offense and kind of change it up some. I think Downing's going to get better, but I think that they brought him in for a reason to work hand in hand with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to some of these comments, man. We got 35 people in the building. Make sure y'all tighten up that like button, as we say, or to Titan Upload Network. Make sure y'all go check out Titan Anderson Sports. He's got a lot of things going on, and just awesome content, man. So go check him out as well. BB15 says, I'm playing my career in 2K and I'm beating the Warriors 3-0 in the series in round 1. Sorry, TA. So there you go. I had to post that on there for you. He said, Jonathan says Malik has the cannon. He said, Titans for Life says, can the Titans have a training camp battle with the OC? Yeah, I mean, they might be doing that. James, I don't know. Keisha Bible's in the building. What's up, Keisha? Longtime supporter. We appreciate you. Shout out to all the nurses out there. Keisha's a nurse.
Hell yeah. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, man, for real. Thank you. Titan Uploads in the building as part of the Titan Upload doubleheader tonight. So thank y'all for going to his show and jumping over here. It's been fun. Miss Kinsey's in the house. It's Mason Kinsey's mama. So shout out to her. She says, hey, Kinsey family, or hey, Rossi, Kinsey family's in the house. Glad to see you both. Tighten up, Titan Anderson.
Yes. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
Let's go ahead and get to that. And now, I don't think it's really a competition between these next two players. I honestly think they might be able to keep both. Now, that's depending on what they do. Like you said, I mean, Julio might come back. They might bring in somebody, and that could change the landscape of what they're going to do. But and I made this earlier. So Kinsey versus Phillips, because a lot has been made of this, especially with A to Z and stuff. But, both similar type players, both slot type of players, both have speed, quickness, hands. These two kind of mirror each other. A lot has been made of Phillips. I don't know about Phillips' top end speed. I know that he's really quick. I'm excited about Phillips. I am. And it could come down to where they're going to keep one or the other. Now, obviously, on this channel, I'm a Mason Kinsey loyalist. Everybody knows that to a fault. But I'm also a realist too, and it could come down to Kinsey and Phillips. It could come down to them picking one or the other. I honestly believe that there's room for both. Now, it just depends on, they kept 7, I think, last year, 7 wide receivers. And with the way the wide receiver room is shaping up, there's a lot of unknowns. So I could see them keeping both. Now, I don't know. I mean, that a lot of people say, oh, no way. But I don't know. What is your opinion on this? Do you think it's a possibility? And, I'll let you kind of roll on with it.
Well, I think 7 could be the magic number. It's hard to tell, and I know that we're going to be a lot more probably careful because of how injured the Titans receivers seem to get. I mean, it is what it is. Right. But with these two, yeah, they are very similar. It's just I think from what I've seen, I think Phillips is a more smoother route runner. But Kinsey has way faster top end speed. Like if you tell them to run 100 yards, Kinsey's probably going to win by 5 to 10 yards, probably. Phillips doesn't have top speed really, but he's quick. Like he uses quickness, great route running, strong hands to be able to get open and make plays in the slot position. And Kinsey is just pit bull, pure heart, and he's got a lot of speed. A lot of people don't realize how fast Kinsey really is. Will we keep them both? I don't know about that. I think it depends kind of on the development on guys like Des Fitzpatrick. NWI is going to stay. Like exactly right there with Racy. You don't know what the hell you're gonna. There's a lot of guys on the team who are borderline on that line of possibly they could make it, couldn't, could get cut, could whatever. But Mason Kinsey and Phillips, it looks like they're both kind of going for the same positions. So that could really hurt them both from both trying to make the team. But yeah, from the outside looking in, I think that Phillips may have the best opportunity to win that spot because there's so much hype on the guy, and what he did last year is so fresh because he just did it. So we'll see. I think a lot of these guys are honestly, they're gonna have to go out and earn their position. I think if Kinsey goes out there and has a great job, then he has an opportunity. If Phillips goes out there though and dominates, I don't even think they're gonna consider anything. They'll just give it to Phillips. So I think it's gonna be harder for Kinsey to earn the spot.
Right. Titan Fox, he says if we keep 3 QBs, it might make it harder to keep 7 wide receivers since we have like 5 running backs, including special teams player and the fullback. And that's a good point too. Let's see. Miss Kinsey said something too. What most people don't know is that Mason plays X, Y, and Z positions. Moore had him learn outside and slot. Mason was also running with first and second team all OTAs and was first man on punt returns. So that's a good point too. I mean, Kinsey, he wasn't a slot guy in college. He was an outside guy, So, I mean,
that is the thing though. Kinsey can. That's what I'm saying. He has speed to line up outside. You're not going to see Phillips on the outside unless it's like a trick play on that's going to be a run or a play or something. Kyle or Phillips is only going to be in the 99% in the slot. Kinsey, you can move around. You can because of his top speed. So she is right there. She is right. So again, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah, you're right about his top end speed and everything. And I think that, obviously the Titans, they love players who can play many different spots. Like that's Vrabel's thing, Robinson's thing. If he goes out there and he proves that he could play, like, NWI, that's how he made this team. That's how he's made it in this league, is he's learned how to play slot. He knows how to play the outside. He probably could play on special teams. I don't know how much. I'm sure he did in the beginning. And now NWI, we're looking at a possible second receiver in NWI. I mean, depending on how Burks pans out this train, if they don't bring in anybody, which is, good for him, but it's pretty crazy, man. Billy Scott's in the building. What's up, Billy? That's our boy Billy there. Titan Fox to Janet, that's awesome to know. BB15 in the house. Rocky, so good seeing you guys. Tighten up. Janet says media doesn't report anything accurately about Mason. It's the story of our lives. And I'm sure, Janet, y'all dealt with this, him being from a small school and all that stuff. And I've talked to you guys about it. It's tough, man. It's tough. But, the cool thing about him is that he came from like this really small school. He's dogged his way into the NFL. And how many players can say they've even played on a practice squad? He played in a game last year. I mean, how many people in the world, in the NFL, that has ever played football, period, can say, I played in an NFL game. I've been on a practice squad. I don't care who you are. Even if you're on the practice squad, you are some type of elite talent, whether you make it or not. I mean, you've made some type of elite status. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that he can make it a little further, Let's see here. Let's get to some other ones here. Okay, yeah. This was one that, and I got some of these from online. I was looking. I didn't have a lot of time to make slides earlier. I don't really think this is a competition as much. Maybe it will be the number 2 wide receiver, Burks versus Akeen. What do you think of that, man? Is that a real scenario there?
No, that's that. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, blasphemous. Yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Nick Westbrook Akeen is not a number 2. He's not even a number 3. What he is a really, really good special teams gunner, tackler style guy that can come in because of his size, and he plays hard so he can play when guys are out and he can step in when he's needed. Full-time starter. If he ends up being the number 2 on our team, we're not going anywhere. And I don't mean that as any disrespect to NWI, but he's not. He, like, look at the plays that he made. He's not going to make a guy miss and run 80 yards down the field. He's not going to catch it really over anyone's head and run down. He doesn't do anything like that. He catches the ball, moves the chains when he can. He does. He is what he is. He's not gonna go out there and do much. Treylon Burks, we saw in practice. He goes up, grabs it, high points it, uses his hands like that. You can already see the talent plus the size. Like, I don't think I'm not sure how tall. I think Nick Westbrook Akeen's a little taller, but Treylon Burks is pretty thick, and I think adding that yards after the catch is just going to be way better. Nick Westbrook Akeen is kind of like lanky and skinny and stuff. So I think Treylon Burks is actually going to be more of a 1B to Robert Woods' 1A. I think they're both going to be heavily involved. And I personally, I think the tight ends are going to do better than our receivers anyway.
Yeah, I think they're going to rely definitely more on, and that's something we used to do. I mean, we were all about the tight ends back. That's how our offense used to run. And obviously, I mean, having Henry back changes the whole landscape. You know what I mean? Like, we had to, and like you brought up earlier, and I hate to keep going back to the Tannehill thing, but counting the fact that we all have talked about it over and over again, the 90-something injuries, the most in literally NFL history, in the over 100 years of the NFL, it's never happened. And we still won 12 games. We still was the number 1 seed. And I really believe if we would have beat the Bengals, I think we would have had a real shot to go to the Super Bowl. I really do. If we could just got over that hump with that defense, the way that it was playing, they were only getting better throughout the season.
Yeah.
And this and that. But you look at all the injuries and everything like that. I just think Tannehill didn't have nobody to throw the ball to. He wasn't being protected. And you bring in a guy like Burks, dude. I think all that stuff about him having asthma, all that's just nonsense. I think that he's going to come out there. You got to look at the last few years too, TA, in the NFL. It's not the same as it was 10, 15 years ago. Wide receivers are coming out of college and lighting the NFL on fire as rookies. I mean, look at what's his name? The guy with the Bengals, Jamar Chase. And I said this on the last show. All the reports coming out of training camp last season was he's dropping the ball. He's dropping the ball. He's a bust. Look what he did, dude. I think he had the most yards as a receiver, did he not, in the NFL?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think wasn't it Jefferson or was it Jefferson? Cup? Was it? It might have been Cup actually, but
no,
Jefferson,
it was Cup.
Yeah,
it was Cup. But
yeah,
Chase
probably
was close. He was close. But Cooper Kupp had the record.
I mean, yeah, he had like a fucking 200 catches or what. He had so many catches, man. It's like, and it's crazy because like Cooper Kupp is somebody who is the example of a hardworking player. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expected him to do what he's done, and he's not the flashiest guy. Like, he's not gonna do anything that's gonna do that's too crazy. But man, when you see what he does, he's the definition of hard work, man, for real.
He is, man. I love watching Cooper Kupp play, man.
Yeah, he plays so hard, man. So hard.
Yeah. And I think Burks could be awesome, man. I mean, in Justin Jefferson, his first year, he
Justin
broke a bunch of-
Jefferson's the best receiver in football. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Anyone can come at me all they want. He in the first 2 seasons, he has more yards than anybody in the history of the game. in the history of the game. He has over 3,000 yards already. He's ahead of Randy Moss, he's ahead of Odell Beckham. Everybody. Justin Jefferson to me right now is the best receiver in football.
Yeah, man. I mean, that you could make a case for that easily. He's awesome, man. I've watched a lot of highlight videos of him. That dude's amazing, and he came out right out the gate just
and he started off slow last year. A lot of people don't know that. He actually started off slow last year. He had a slow start.
Yeah, he did.
He's ridiculous.
Let's get to some of these comments about the receivers. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight.
Hit that like and subscribe, you guys. Let's go.
Yep.
Get that up. Let's go.
Man. I'm trying to get the 2K before. I don't know if it'll happen before the season starts. You never know. But I'm trying to get the 2K before the season kicks off in September. So you guys subscribe, man. We're going to be pumping out content, especially with training camp coming up. Titan said NWI played a good amount of special team snaps in this past year. So he did play.
That's the perfect way to. That's exactly what I was pretty much saying. Like, if someone's hurt and he needs to be in there because of that, that's perfectly fine. But as a starter, nah.
Let's see here. Titans for life. My buddy James is also part of the Titan Upload Network. He says, I've been told by sources close to the situation that Mason has the love and respect of the staff and the players. And he does, man. I actually, Mason was, fun fact that he used to play Madden last season with Julio like every other night or so. It was crazy. So, I mean, I imagine that had to be freaking awesome for him.
I mean, even the do you remember AJ Brown? And I know everyone hates talking about AJ Brown for whatever reason, but it's like, look at what he did. He didn't have to say what he said about Kinsey on that tweet.
He posted it,
he didn't. Why would he do that? He didn't have to. He didn't have to do anything like that. But he did that because he sees guys like that working their ass off to make a spot, and like literally. He literally specifically mentioned Kinsey for that reason. The dude is the guy is not just some guy that Rossi and all these and Upload and guys are just like, okay, he's a cool guy, so we're just gonna root for him. The guy can play, you guys. The guy can play.
Yeah. And and AJ was gone. He wasn't even with us anymore when he made that tweet. Yep. Let's see here. Steve Poe says Burks, Woods, NWI, Kinsey, Phillip, Dez, and I don't know who else. I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. Who's left? You got Racy. You got actually, I think I got let's see here on offense. Let me take that comment off.
Malone. That's funny.
So that's the depth chart. This is the depth chart from ESPN, I think. But Woods, Fitzpatrick, you got Hollister in the mix. You got Josh Malone, who's made some waves in mini camp. You got Racy. So, I mean, really at this point, I mean, it's kind of, there's probably two spots up for grabs if they keep six. I mean, you got Phillips, Kinsey, that little battle, Malone, McMath. I don't know, man. I don't see Hollister making it this year. I don't know. I don't see much in Hollister. I mean, people like him, but I don't know. To me, he's slow, and I think it's time to move on. That's just my I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of people like Hollister, though. Raul says, are you going to the game opener? I would like to, man. If I can, I will. I would like to go if I can get a ticket. Let's see here. Oiler Titan says Jamar Chase is the best rider in Joe Burrow QBN, and it's not close. The main reason we didn't win it all last year. Well, the Bengals didn't win it all either. So,
I mean, I just don't know how he says it's not even close when the stats say otherwise. The stats,
Yeah.
the stats clearly say who's the best receiver in football, and Chase is definitely one of the better receivers in football. But after one year, I want to. We'll see. But I'm not trying to. I'm not even trying to act like I'm against him. Jamar Chase he is
Yeah,
so
he's
good,
amazing.
and he's so fun to watch, man. He's one of those guys
Yeah.
that you get him the ball, you hold your breath. This is one of those players.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. You can't doubt that.
Yeah.
Grandizer 12 says Rossi and Anderson. Would you make a trade for a disgruntled wide receiver this year? Debo, Jalen Ray, or other? I'll let you go with that one first.
Nah, I'm good, man. I don't think we need anything. Robert Woods is going to be an amazing energy guy, amazing guy who just won a Super Bowl. I know he's got the injury, but that's irrelevant to me. And he's that vet, he's been here, done that. You got that young blood in Traylon Burks ready to go. We got a lot of question marks, but one thing like I always bring up is the tight ends have been improved. We went from no tight ends, literally pretty much none. And Swaim, I still like him, whatever. But Swaim is Jeff. He is who he is. He's not going to make a play like Chig can do or Hooper can do. And I think I don't think we really need to go do that. We need to focus on what we have right now and try to. It's time to kind of fit the pieces into place and get going. I think we have everything we need right now. Now, if they go out and do something like that, it is what it is. But I think right now I'm fine with the guys we got.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think they're not gonna spend the money like that. I mean, they let AJ go because of that reason.
Exactly.
They don't. Amy Adams and all them. I'm not saying Amy Adams wants a Super Bowl. I know she does. I know Vrabel and all them want a Super Bowl. They also want to win. And they don't want to trade the whole future of the franchise. You know what I mean? But I think they're doing what they can do to get there. And look, it's not easy to win a Super Bowl, right? I mean, no matter if you got a dream team or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy like in the NBA where you just throw a bunch of guys on there. The NFL is different, man. It's different. And I mean, luckily the Rams, it worked for them this year. It worked for the Bucks the other year. But it's not going to happen every year, and it's still incredibly difficult. Everything has to go perfect. You know what I mean? Injuries can't happen. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's incredibly hard, and there's teams that pop up every now and then that win Super Bowls that aren't supposed to win Super Bowls. Like it happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Titans could be one of those teams, man. I think our window is still open.
Of course it is. Of course. I mean, when you got we've got such a good defense this year, whether the mainstream media wants to admit it or not. We're going to cause so much havoc if the offense can just get drives going earlier. My God, it took us until the second half to get started in half the games. If we can get started earlier and quicker and do what we do best, run the ball, play action, and play tough defense. I'm pretty sure we can get King Henry out of the game a lot of these games after the third quarter. We should take care of business pretty well. But staying healthy and doing their job, man. If we can't, like you said earlier, man, we can't have another one of those suiting up 455 players. Like it's not gonna work, bro. You got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
You got to stay healthy.
It's amazing they did what they did, man. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
The schedule that they had. I mean, and they lost a lot of people, a lot of the haters, other fans. Oh, you lost against the Jets and the Texans and this. But I mean, when you got a team that's patched together like that, you're going to have inconsistency. Like it's going to happen. Like, I mean, that's why I felt like when the playoffs rolled around, we finally started kind of getting rolling a little bit. And then it's like the first playoff game, boom, we had everybody back. But it was the first game that we had everybody back on offense,
Yeah.
I mean, they hadn't really got their feet wet yet. I mean, and Henry and Jones and everything. All right. So the next one we went through Woodside versus Willis. We went through Burks versus King, Kinsey versus Phillips. We got 2 more. We're going to try and go about another 15 minutes, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Next up, we got the guard position that's been talked about a lot, and that is Jamarco Jones, Aaron Brewer versus Jamarco Jones. And Aaron Brewer, I feel like he could be a pretty good player. I feel like he's done some really good things for us. The only thing with Aaron Brewer is he's small for a guard. I think he's like 280, something like that. Jamarco Jones is a guy, he's played a lot of ball. He's started at guard a lot. He's also started at tackle. Um, I think it's going to be a battle all throughout camp. Honestly, in my opinion, I'd kind of like to see Brewer get that position, but I'm curious to see what Jones can do as well. What is your thoughts on that, man?
I don't really like Aaron Brewer. Like, the size thing has always bugged me.
Yeah.
I would prefer having a bunch of bigger guys, especially the way we like to play. Like you said, Jamarco's got the experience and everything. In this situation right here, I think it's obviously we don't really have a great left guard. It's pretty obvious, but it's
Yeah.
I want them to both fight. I want someone to earn it. Go out and say it's my job. Prove it in camp and preseason and everything, and show up. I can't even root. I'm not even rooting for any. I just want someone to come out and do their job. I'm not a fan of Brewer or Jones though personally, but I kind of at this point, I think I maybe kind of pointing towards Jones just a little bit. Brewer is just so tiny. Like, I don't know. I'm not really the biggest Brewer fan, to be honest.
There was No Flags film came out with a thing about Brewer, and it showed some good plays, like his athleticism.
Yeah.
Him able to, get around and stuff because he's quicker because he's smaller. But it also showed some plays where he was just getting manhandled. I mean,
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, imagine being around the same weight as some of these guys. Like, imagine like he's trying to guard somebody like a Jeffrey Simmons, or like like these bigger, stronger defensive tackles, or even these DEs that are bigger and just quicker or whatever. Like, it's gonna be hard for him to stand there and protect through a bull rush because he's so small. Like, that's the thing that bothers me. How is he gonna line up and really I don't know, man. It bothers me, but I mean, here you're right. He has made plays, and he thrives off of certain things like that, being athletic and being a little quicker than the guy in front of him. But we'll see. Let him play it out, and best man, whoever wins, let him earn it.
Yeah, man. Let us know in the chat who y'all want at left guard. Who do you want? Give us your takes on both of them. Who's better? Is whatever. Let us know in the chat. And it's when you look at the offensive line, dude. Like, that's what worries me. Like, probably the most out of any position on this team, just because of how it went down last season. I mean, Lewan. It seems like towards the last 5-6 games of the season, he was getting better. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't hearing his name as much, which is a good thing when it comes to offensive linemen. But and honestly, I'm glad we kept Lewan. I just hope that he shows up this season. I really do, man. Because we need him more than ever this season. And Nate Davis kind of had a down year. We need him to step up. Obviously, Saffold, he was hurt a lot last season, but Roger Saffold has still been a really good guard in his career. I mean,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And so losing him hurts. I mean, regardless, it hurts. It's Jones and Brewer are downgrades from Saffold if Saffold is healthy. Even with a little older Saffold that he was. So the next one, we got another offensive line. I don't know if this is really a battle or not. This is a mysterious one. We don't really know much about what's going on at our right tackle. So here's the right tackle. Maybe this is a competition. We don't know. Dylan Radins versus the rookie, Petit Frere. And a lot of people, I didn't even know who this Petit guy was. I never even, when I was going through the tackles and stuff, did you ever see his name like in
Yeah,
the draft?
I only knew who he was because of how the name was all Frenchish to me or whatever. That's the only
Yeah.
that's the only way, because I wasn't gonna try to say that name. I was like, nah, dude. That's why it stood out to me. But I personally don't even think it's about. I think Ray Duns is the guy to get it. But then they like Ray Duns' versatility, being able to
Yeah.
guard, center, left, at whatever, and then you got Taylor Lewan getting hurt every 2 plays. Man, I don't know how much of a battle this is going to be. But personally, like I would have Dylan Raduns at left tackle, and I'd move Lewan to right tackle. I'm sorry, I've seen too much. I've seen too much mistakes from Lewan, and I've seen Raduns. I think Raduns has earned an opportunity after what he did to Nick Bosa to go out there and play.
Man.
Like you know, it was one side, but it's Nick Bosa. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, it's got to be Raydun starting. I don't care where he is. He's got to be on the field this year. He has to. We spent a second round pick on this guy, and he was Trey Lance's blindside blocker in college, man. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. I don't, I mean, it would be crazy to see that if Lewan did move to right tackle, and
he won't though. He won't. He's too.
There's
no
way.
Yeah, no, he won't. But
there's no way. He's played that position for so long. I mean, he'd probably feel like it was a slap in the face or whatever. But
oh yeah.
I mean, you're right, dude. What he did against Bosa, and I've gone back and watched tape on it, like how he. Dude, that was insane, man. I don't care who you are.
He moves quick, bro. He moves quick, and he holds his own. It was impressive.
Yeah. I don't think he ever played right tackle in his college career. But I think he's gonna be good, man. I really do. I think he's gonna be good at that spot. I think like Titan Fox, he says that Raiden starter Petit Frere as reserve for when Lewan gets injured and Raidens has to swing the left. Oh, yeah, I like that too, man.
That's perfect.
Yep. And Pohill says it's Raidens' position to lose. He says Saffold was a warrior for. I agree with you there, Steve. I mean, he played through a lot of injuries.
Hell yeah.
I like Saffold, man. I always like Saffold. Let's get this picture off the screen. Janet says, got an early morning in Georgia. Good night, all. Thank you so much, Janet, for tuning in. And I told her I would tell us on the show, but and we'll get some pictures up next show. But Kenzie had a like a wide receiver camp in his hometown, and like 50 kids showed up, and it was cool what they did down there. So shout out to him for doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And let's see what else we got rolling on here. Now, we had a lot of comments tonight, man. So y'all hit that like button for me. Let's get to 50 likes tonight. That would be awesome. Titans Fox, thank you. Laugh out loud. Said that since the 49ers game. I guess he was talking about Bosa.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Is there any other? I don't really have any more slides for any of the battles. Is there any other battle? Now, I did see online somebody had brought up a Chig and Swaim battle for number 2, which I thought was kind of dumb. I don't really think it's even going to be like that. I think that Chig's pretty much going to be the number 2, or they kind of switch in different situations. But I know, dude. How excited are you for Chig, man? I know you're super stoked about him, dude.
Chig's my guy, man. Chig plays old school RuneScape. He wins, man. For all the people who don't know what old school RuneScape is, man, you must have lived under a rock. Oh my god. Oh man, but look it up if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I'm excited about him because it's like we've missed, like, man. Congratulations, Jonnu Smith. You got your bag, bro. You made your money. That's what it's about. Put the food on the table for your family. Congratulations. But my God, we missed your athleticism, bro. We missed you, man. You fit perfectly into what we wanted to do. Chig can do that and more. I truly feel like that. And Jonnu's good, but one thing Jonnu wasn't, he wasn't very shifty. He kind of ran kind of stiff. If you watched him run, you hit Jonnu with the legs, he typically goes down. He's not going to really make you miss in the open field. Chig will make you miss in the open field. Chig's got a lot of abilities, you guys. I'm such a big fan of Chig. And one thing is that Chig's not only going to be in at tight end. I can guarantee you you're going to see Chig lined up in the backfield, probably in the slot sometimes, maybe even at receiver, lined up on the outside. The guy is versatile. I'm telling you guys. When I seen what he was doing and how the players were reacting when he was catching all these balls and stuff like that, this guy is going to bring energy. Bobby Trees is going to bring energy. We're bringing guys who love this game. We're bringing guys who wanna just help each other be better. There's no type of ego. There's no, oh man, Julio Jones starstruck. Oh my God, AJ Brown over here. Give me the ball. No, none of that. No. Now it's team first offense. Obviously, it's run the ball, but man, Chig is going to add so many dimensions to this offense. I feel it, man. We got our tight end in Hooper, who's going to be that tight end. But now we've got a weapon, a guy who you don't even have to play just specifically tight end. Just have him move around. The guy's going to be good, man.
Yeah, dude, I think these two are going to have a major impact on this offense. I mean,
oh yes,
you got, what's cool is you bring in Chig. I mean, he was the fastest tight end in this draft. He ran like a 4.52.
Yeah.
And he's what is he, like 235?
He's around that, yeah, and I think he's 6'2", right? Something like that. 6'2", I believe. Something around there.
Yep, and then you got Hooper, who's more. I mean, he can block, he can catch. I mean, I think Hooper just suffered from Baker Mayfield. I mean, I don't think it was necessarily a matter of like, because he came out of the gate, he had like 700 and something yards. I want to say his rookie season, or it was his second season with the Falcons.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think he's really declined. Yeah, I don't think he's really declined.
When you got Baker Mayfield, who's so emotional, and then you got another guy in Njoku who's really good. So, I mean, they kind of went more towards Njoku as the season went on. And Njoku was fitting what they wanted to do more. So Hooper kind of took more of the 2A or 1B or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And obviously that's not what he wanted. He wanted an opportunity to be the guy, and he's going to get that opportunity. But over here, it's a different type. It's not line up in a 5-wide set. It's play action and get open, beat your man. And I think he'll do that. He's very, very good at everything. He's not gonna, he's not the flashiest either, but he's somebody he's a really good tight end. Like if you haven't seen what he can do, go watch his highlights and go watch even last year's. He showed signs, even though the stats weren't there. He did show signs on a lot of plays that guy is still there.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited about both of them, man. I think it makes it's a whole different demographic. I mean, we couldn't even, the tight end position was non-existent last season. Non-existent. I mean, it was bad, man. I was surprised. You had a show the other night and you put a graphic up where it showed that Ferkser had like 291 yards. I didn't even know he had. I was like, when did he even catch the ball?
It was 10 yards a game every once in a while. I mean, my God, bro. And then no tight end catches in the freaking playoff game. It's people don't realize. Go ask Tom Brady how important Gronk was to him. And no, I get we don't have Tom Brady, we don't have Gronk, but the point is a tight end is very important. Go ask anyone who threw the ball to Antonio Gates or Shannon Sharp or any of these big name guys. Like, they're very important. They own the 1 to 15 yard area amazingly, including inside the numbers. So when you don't have that, it makes it really hard. It really does.
Right. And Titans Fox says the run different packages, run pass, fool the defense. And having Henry back that opens up the play action again. You know, the tight ends, everything. It opens up so much, man, so much. And I think it's almost like we, in a way, with what happened last season with the offense and us having to learn a whole new offense after Henry went out. Now we have him back. Now we can get back to the bread and butter. We can get back. Ryan Tannehill has been over the last, I mean, last season probably brought it down. The last 3 or 4 seasons, one of the best play action quarterbacks in the league. You know, if I think the best play action quarterback in the league. So, I mean, that brings that back. You know what I mean? It can work now. I mean, you have Henry, who, you know, if anybody forgot, I hope they didn't. If they did, they're, you know, something's wrong with their head. Henry is the best running back in football, the best running back of the past decade. You know what I mean? He's a generational talent, and you have the man back. He's hungrier than ever. You know, he's ready to get it, dude. And I cannot wait to see what he does. You know, he's ready to prove everybody.
Oh yeah.
I think Hillard. I don't think it's a contest. I think Hillard is the man there. I think he proved it.
Yeah,
no doubt about
there's a reason we brought him back. There's a reason.
Yeah. He's impressive, man. Al Pierce says, how about Kern versus Stonehouse? Who is Stonehouse? Who is Stonehouse? Is he
the other punter? Yeah, he's the thing is, the thing is though, like we all look, Kern getting up there. What is he, 34, 35, something like that now?
Yeah.
But my God, when he punts the ball, it's almost like it completely changes we'll punt the ball and we'll pin him inside the 20 or even inside the 10 all the time. So even when we don't do anything, okay, but you got to go the whole field. Against our defense, it's such a weapon having Kern. I as long as Kern wants to play for this football team and he keeps doing what he's doing, he's not going nowhere. Kern's the man.
Yeah, I agree, man. And his ability to pin him back is just, I think it's worth more than having just a guy who can kick it 65, 70 yards or whatever.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? It's
a skill.
He changes the game. He made a few punts last season that were awesome.
Unbelievable.
You know?
Unbelievable.
Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. Titan Fox with the fire comments tonight. He says,
yeah,
the Brown syndrome. I don't blame Baker. Browns is where stars go for their careers to die. Look at OBJ, great with Giants, crap with Browns, Super Bowl or Rams.
I thought that was the Jaguar syndrome.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, OBJ was killing it in the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, if he wouldn't have got hurt, but that's kind of the story of OBJ's. He's been getting hurt a lot. Let's see. Bill Kerr says, seems like everyone we got can block well. I think he's talking about the tight ends. Let's see who else. Real Fan says 3 likes from 40. The graphic was an eye opener. I had to rewatch TA's show the next day because I still didn't believe it. I think he's talking about the 291 yards.
The stats in general, all of them. Like it was
terrible.
It didn't seem realistic. It seemed like maybe like a half a season or something. I'm like, what? But no, it's just fact. There was zero help. We didn't have tight ends. They were invisible. Yeah, that's a good comment right there.
It's a great comment.
Delaney Walker is the best tight end in Titans history. If anyone wants to say Frank Wycheck, then you just don't want to admit someone newer is better than someone from the original teams, because Delaney Walker is, my God, every year Mr. Reliable. He was our best weapon. Not even just like, he wasn't even our best tight end. He was our best receiver. Like, oh my God, what a beast.
Yeah, and you make a good argument there, man. And Wycheck was on some amazing teams. You know what I mean? Like some amazing teams, but Walker just had that athleticism. He was incredible, dude, and he was on some pretty, crap teams. So I mean, but yeah, that's a great comment, King Kroll, and thanks for tuning in, man. I don't know if I've ever seen you on here. Please subscribe if you haven't,
Yeah.
man. You come with fire comments like that, we're always going to put them on the screen here. So,
Hell yeah.
Real Fan says, I feel bad for Baker simply because this dude put his body at risk for that team when he should have been taken out of them and then gets the short end of the stick. It is wrong what they did to him there, man. They kind of, did him dirty. But is Watson even going to play? I haven't heard the latest. I don't know.
that guy should just go do something else. I'm sorry. Like all this stuff, it's the same thing with the Vince McMahon thing. It's like, dude, y'all are ridiculous. You're a freaking you're somebody who little kids look up to be. Probably not anymore, but little kids look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. That's why I love and I know Stephen Curry, Warriors. That's why I love Stephen Curry so much. It's not even just what he does on the court. Off the court, you can't name 2 things he's done bad. Not even one. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything bad, and that's, to me, that's big. Like you got to have guys on and off the floor being professionals and stuff like that, man.
What did McMahon do? Is that something new?
Yeah, he's dealing with I think it's like a 4-woman payoff, $12 million thing for.
Oh wow!
For inappropriate issues, and it's crazy because back then they didn't even want to pay the best wrestler of all time, Bret Hart, his money. They let him walk to WCW on a $2 million. That's another issue. I can go on the wrestling for days.
I love wrestling, man. I mean, my grandfather was a famous pro wrestler.
Yeah,
my
that's
dad
dope,
was
man.
a wrestler.
Hell yeah.
Y'all check out. Y'all Google Lynn Rossi, Len, same as my last name. It's page after page. He's got his own Wikipedia page. A lot of people don't know that about me, but my grandfather, he in the Southeast, he was literally a household name. Like in Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, he was literally one of the top 5 draws.
We call that the territory days, baby. The 60s,
right,
70s, 80s, the territories, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Southeast was the place for wrestling. Like that's where the most popular circuit was. And a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the famous wrestlers, because Memphis TV wrestling, if Memphis TV wrestling didn't come out, then WWF wouldn't have been what it was, because they took a lot of the ideas from the Memphis TV wrestling. Like a lot of, Macho Man came through there. Hulk Hogan came through Memphis. They all got their start on Memphis TV. Like it was a huge.
Lot of, even in Minnesota, with Ric Flair started out in Minnesota at Vern Gagne's camp. Yeah, and he actually started out with the Iron Sheik also same year. That's pretty cool. I know it's off topic, but there's
I love
actually
wrestling, dude.
Yeah, there's a comment I saw though, just to get back to football real quick on the like Titan Fox, another great comment. It says, I know we focus on offense, but any thought on the battle for nickel cornerback spot? How do you both feel about that competition? What do you think about that? It caught my eye, man. I was like, that's interesting, because you got McCreary, that rookie who's unbelievable in that slot nickel area, and then you've got Elijah Molden who thrives in that area. What do you think about that? That's a good comment,
dude. I was actually gonna make that slide and I forgot to. I was gonna put that up there because they had a slide online and it said McCreary versus Farley, and I was like, it just shows you how little people know about this team. And McCreary's a slot guy, but that's true, man. I mean, what I read something too. Somebody made a comment on Twitter about like, Molden could be kind of like a backup strong safety type of guy. Like if McCreary did start,
yeah.
I think they're going to use them both. In
I do too.
Situations.
I do too. There's situations. Why not have them both in there? One guy guarding a tight end on one play, and one guy guarding the slot receiver. Why not?
Yeah. Maybe they see McCreary as somebody who could play the outside. I don't know.
Regardless, when you watch the guy's tape, he's a dog. He fits our defensive. Yeah, he fits our mentality, bro. So I was happy for him.
Man, I'd love it, man. I love the guys that got back there now. Hooker, Byard, of course. Byard, you don't even have to say anything about him. But man, Hooker, freaking McCreary, you got I think Farley's gonna come back this year. I think he's
Hey
gonna
man, I
do all right.
refuse to give up on him. That's my guy. I refuse to give up on Farley, and he's gonna go out there and help out because these are guys that we missed last year. It's just facts. We missed them. Like
Yeah.
the guy's 6'2" and he runs a 4.2 40. Like people don't realize how fast Farley is because they don't really see him.
I know.
If he gets an interception and he's in the open field, nobody will catch him. I don't give a damn who you are. You could be God on nitrous oxide or what. You're not catching Flash Farley in the open field. Not happening.
And they were playing him a lot. I mean, up until when he got hurt, like they were starting to play him more and more, you know, and he was getting better. Like he was making some mistakes, but he was getting better, dude. Like I was impressed with some of the plays he was making and stuff. And I'm with you, man. I have a lot of hope in Farley. Grandizer makes a good point. We'll read a few more and we'll wrap it up. But Grandizer makes a good point. And this killed me last year on my other fantasy team. But if Ridley got 1 year suspension, I know it's for gambling, then Watson should get more. Yeah, man. I mean, it's obvious Watson did a lot of that stuff because he's paying off a lot of them. And he settled out of court with 20 of them or something. So, I mean, the dude's
how was a number that high anyway, bro? Like that just shows what kind of a person you are. Like, why are you putting yourself in that
bag, dude?
How are you putting yourself in that spot? Like, I'll tell you what, if you're the Texans and you're able to keep these, and they should be able to keep these draft picks, complete steal, robbery.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's unbelievable. Like if I was making millions of dollars, I would not be doing anything like that.
No, man, you could get any woman you want. Why? I mean, legally. Why? I mean, you have money. Like, what do you need to do that? And the number is so high. It's not like it's one or two women where, you know, some woman came out of nowhere and is trying to screw him over and get his money. It's over 20 women. I mean, come on, man. Like
that's a problem. That's the thing. When you hear a number that high, okay, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 25 times. That's a problem, bro.
Right. Like the Bill Cosby thing. It was like 20-something women came out. And it's like, okay, dude, like it's I don't think, 30 women banded together and every one of them's like, yeah, let's go get Watson or what. I mean, that could happen, but I mean, I just think it's very far-fetched.
Unlikely for sure.
To think and obviously he's settled, so therefore he's admitting guilt, but not, you know what I mean? He did it, I don't know. I wouldn't
hush
want
money. Hush money.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want that on my team, man. That's just me. Let's see. Real Fan says, at first I was skeptical about what actually happened to Watson, but the more and more that comes out, it has to tarnish his character. And you guys go follow Real Fan Sports. They've been on the show before. They got a really cool show as well. They do a lot of different sports. So y'all go check them out. Bill Kerr talking about the wrestling. Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee were big in Memphis. My mom and aunt went to Channel 3 wrestling.
Same with the Funks. The Funks were huge as well.
Yep, Terry Funk,
Dory, Terry. Yeah, all those guys, man. All those guys, legends.
Ash CFB says the fact Watson even got that contract is bad. Yeah, man, they might have really screwed up there too. So anyways, man, we're gonna wrap it up, dude. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. This has been an awesome show, man. It's been a great show. TA, man, I appreciate you, man. You're awesome, dude. Y'all go check out Titan Anderson Sports. He's got it going on over there. I know he's got a lot coming up. Just tell them where they can find. They know where to find you, but let them know where they can find what you got coming up, dude.
Well, if you really want to find me, I'm in San Diego, kind of in the area. I'm just kidding. Not, I really am in San Diego. Yeah, you could Titan Anderson on YouTube or Titan Anderson Sports now on YouTube. We're kind of, dibbing and dabbing in that a little bit. Titan Anderson 1 on Twitter. Dude, to be honest, the Facebook and Instagram thing, I think it's Titan Anderson 01 or Titan Anderson 1. I'll have to check with you guys on that. But anyway, I'm mostly on YouTube and Twitter. Titan Anderson Sports, Titan Anderson 1 on Twitter, perfect right there. And yeah, man, hit me up. If you're not familiar with me, I'm kind of the Titans guy who who kind of
rated R YouTube.
Yeah, I kind of I'm kind of different. I'm kind of like the bar talk or something. I don't know.
Right.
But I do appreciate everybody for being here. Please hit that like button for Rossi. Hit the subscribe if you probably are already, but at least hit the like, show some support. We put in a lot of work for you guys, and Rossi. And even hit it up for upload, man, killing it. Before this, the Titan Upload Network is doing great things right now. Even Tighten Up for Live. I actually saw your video earlier, man. It was pretty damn good. You did a good job. But it was it's been great being on your show, Rossi. It feels good to kind of after how our season ended to kind of feel like we're getting back into things, man. It's gonna be a great season. I can't wait to have you on and hopefully everybody else from the network and other guys as well to come and talk Titans football, talk football in general, sports, whatever. And I definitely, like I said, man, I got a lot of respect for you, everything you've been through, just in life and everything, bro. I got a lot of respect for you, man. And if you ever need anything, hit me up. I got you.
I appreciate that, man. And yeah, dude. So we'll see you later. I'm gonna get the intro out here in a minute, but thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys. Everybody tighten the hell up. Again, check me out and leave a like, man. Let's get Rossi over 50 before we go. And thanks again. I'll see you guys later. Tighten up. Let's
go. Tighten up, man. So there it is, the one and only TA. TA is an awesome dude, man. He's a good friend of mine. Not only is, he comes on the channel and we do this, but he's also a friend of mine, and he's an awesome dude. He's a great family man. He loves the Titans, very passionate dude, just a good dude in general. So y'all give him a follow at Titan Anderson Sports, like you said, on YouTube and on Twitter at Titan Anderson 1. Also, guys, check out Titans for Life. He is another part of the Titan Upload Network. So you guys check him out on YouTube. He just released a video. I'm going to go check that out. I didn't even know he released the video. So I'm going to go check that out when I'm done here. Y'all should go check it out too. And I don't know if we got the 50 likes. I know we got the 40 earlier, but somebody check for me if you can. I can't check at the moment if we got the 50 likes. If we haven't got the 50 likes, we should do a little like blitz real quick and get there really quick before the show ends. I don't know what we're at. You guys let me know. We'll get to some of you guys' last comments there. Real Fan says, great show, man. Always entertaining. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And y'all go follow Real Fan Sports as well on Twitter and YouTube. Really good dudes. They're awesome. Bill Kerr says, good night. Good night to you, my friend. Titans for Life. Titans Fox. I'll get the notifications either if you post or anything. Thanks for the awesome comments, Titans Fox. Like you, man, we'll have to get you on the show someday, man. Some people don't like being on camera, but if you'd like to come on, man, just DM me on Twitter. At Titans Rossi on Twitter. If you have a Twitter, DM me, man. Maybe we could set something up. You always bring the fire in here. MB is a longtime follower of Titan Upload, me. So shout out to MB for all your support, man. We really appreciate it a lot. Let's see. Titans Fox said it was a good show. James, JS75 says Titans is going to prove them wrong. We can still win. Alpor says 40. Nope, 41. Yeah, man, let's get the 50, man. Then he says you got to drop the boom. I will drop the boom, man, if we get there. We probably will. It might not be tonight, but probably by the end of the night we'll get the 50. So let's do a show at Train. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. I was telling earlier that Titans Time and his wife hooked me up with a ticket. So I think it's August 7th practice at 9:15 a.m. I don't know. Did you get those? Let me know, man. We'll talk later. But if you got a ticket to the training camp, because I know they were giving out that to season ticket holders. I believe you're a season ticket holder, right? So let me know if you got one, man. Maybe we can go at the same time. But that's what I want to do. Like, that's the goal when I go. I would love to get interviews there. I don't know how much access the fans are gonna have, but if I could sneak in there and get an interview. I know we're trying to set up something with Mason Kinsey. Maybe if he could come over and talk to us and stuff. So that'd be something cool. So we definitely need to set up. And another thing that I'm going to be doing this season, guys, this very season, is I am going to set up something, and I'm going to get with James from Titans for Life with this too, and get his thoughts on it. But I'm planning on setting up something at the stadium live this year. I'm going to have to get some type of hotspot thing or something to get a good connection. But I'm going to set up something at the stadium, try to do it every single home game. Set up like a little booth area, Titan Upload Network booth. We're going to interview fans. We're going to try and get some media people in there. Maybe we can get PK. Maybe we can get Buck or something. Do a little quick interview live with us. Try to get as many people as we can and make it an actual show like A to Z does. Like, so why can't we do it? Why, like Derrick Henry said this season, they went to the AFC Championship. Why not us? Why not us? Why can't Titan Upload Network? Why can't we do this thing too? We're not credentialed media, but that doesn't mean we can't do it as well. That doesn't mean we can't set up at the stadium. That doesn't mean we can't make it in the training camp. So I'm amped up for this season. We got a lot of cool things. We want to make the Titan Upload Network a place where you guys come for your Titans content, not just to watch a video and here and there. We want to be a network where you guys come and get legit content. Titans for Life has a lot of connections. He puts out stuff that nobody even knows of yet, not even ESPN or any of those people. You get real information, you get real updates from this network. It's not just we do this in our spare time type of thing. We love this team and we love putting out content for you guys. It's all about the community with us. We want to put you guys first and foremost, and we really want to make this a legit thing this upcoming season, and that's what we're going to do. And I know Titan Upload's on board. I know Titans for Life is on board. Titan Anderson's going to be a contributor. He's got his own thing going, but TA is going to be a contributor a lot more this season with our network, so stay tuned for that. And he brings a fresh take, a fresh side to the network. We're going to do these Rossi reports every week. Rossi report with TA at least once a week. So it's going to be fun, man. We're going to try and make this thing a real deal thing. Any money that you guys give through super chats, or I don't ever ask for super chats, I'm not like that, but any type going in the future that you guys gives is going to help fund this little venture that we're doing. We really want to make it a network that's as in oh brother art thou, as they say, bona fide. So we want to make it that way, and we really do appreciate all the support. I went through something a couple months ago. Went through a difficult situation in my family where I kind of went on a hiatus for like a month, and I had so many messages in my inbox on Twitter. It was overwhelming, man. Over 40 to 50 messages from people I didn't even know that follow me on Twitter. I got more followers on Twitter than I do YouTube. I got about 2,500 or so. But man, I mean, it was just, and that's all from this community. That's what you get as a part of this network. You don't just get Titans content, you get to be a part of this community. I've made some incredible friends because of this YouTube. Titans for Life, Raul Garcia, Sin City Titan, Tyler, Titans Time, the Power Hour, 615 Podcast. All these guys I consider my friends, man, and that's all through this community. And that's why I recommend you guys being a part of this community, subscribing to us, to all these other guys out there. It's really cool, man. And I appreciate it very much. So we'll get to a couple last comments here. We're at an hour and 23 minutes. Grandizer says this is the one way to get to 50 likes. Say you will drop the boom. Yes, we will drop the boom if we get to 50 likes. So we'll drop it for sure. Titan Fox says I'm down for anything. Yeah, man. So DM me on Twitter, man, at Titans Rossi. And we'll get you on there, man, for sure. We'll set up a show. I would love to do that with you, Titans Fox. T-Town Brown says Wycheck wasn't stretching the field like D walked, though. Wycheck was a clutch position guy. Yeah, he was, man. He really was. 615 says, incredible show. Big show on Wednesday night with Ryan Harris talking trade. Awesome, man. So you check out the 615 podcast on Wednesday night. Ryan Harris, shout out to Ryan Harris, man. He's a very good dude, and he's going to be on there. They're going to be talking training camp, and 615's been having some great guests, so y'all check him out. Grant Eyes or Rossi, we go to training camp and do a 1-2 hour live stream. Maybe we get some. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. I'm going to the training camp, but I don't know how much access we're going to have as fans, but I'm going to do my best to kind of slip in there. I would love to kind of be, when they do the sideline interviews, like in training camp with the players, they'll have all the media. I would love to kind of just sneak in there and hold my phone up or whatever, my camera, and get the interviews too. And it would be cool if I could just pop out with a question. They're going to look at me like, who the hell is this guy, But I could say it would be so funny. It would be hilarious, because some of them A to Z guys know us. So it'd be hilarious to be Rossi from the Upload Network. Yeah. So what do you think about, dude, that would be so funny, man. Even if I got kicked out, that would be hilarious. I would love to see you create an A to Z atmosphere. I would too, man. And look, man, I don't agree with everything A to Z does. They do a lot of clickbaity stuff and all this, and Buck is Buck. I mean, Buck's good, but a lot of those guys, I know Austin is a Titans fan. A lot of those guys aren't Titans fans, which is good in a way because they give you the unbiased opinions, but Buck's not even a football fan. I mean, he's a radio personality. He does know a lot about the Titans because he's followed them for a long time. But and I'm not bashing him or anything. I really respect what they've done at A to Z. They built this from the ground up, and you got to give them respect for that. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what we want to do to Titan Upload Network. And I have a lot of respect for those guys. I don't have to agree with everything everybody says. I don't have to agree with everything Power Hour, Titans Time, 615, Titan Anderson, Titan Upload, anything. But that's what makes us all cool because we all bring something different to the table. You know what I mean? We all bring something different to the table. And that's why I love that there's so many Titans YouTubers out there. And I think the more the merrier. Let's grow the team and everything else. And, I think it's cool. So, yeah, it would be cool to create that type of atmosphere, MB. T-Town Brown says McCreary doesn't give much space. He's sticky and always in a great position. He looked good against Chase. He could play outside too. And yeah, I mean, maybe they brought him in case Farley doesn't pan out, so you might be right there. So anyways, guys, we're about to hit at an hour and a half. Great show tonight. We've had 35. I think we had 40 at the most in here. We've had a consistent 25 the whole show, which is great for an off-season show. And I think I think that's great, man. Titans for Life says, I think the biggest change in the next few years for the NFL Titans is changing landscape in NCAA football. Yeah, man, I agree with you there too. So, and sorry I didn't get to your call today, James. I was doing, so I can't remember what I was doing, but let's talk, man. Let's talk tomorrow for sure. Give me a call. And Al Pierce, I really want to start doing the thing with you. Al has created a thing called Redeemed by Grace Ministries. It's pretty cool. Go check it out on YouTube. And he's got a Facebook and I think he's got a Twitter too. And it's all about just helping people, man, helping get the word of God out there, helping save people and stuff like that from any type of addiction, anything. I'm supposed to be a part of it. I haven't had a lot of time because I moved lately, but I do want to start getting involved with that because that's what I do in my daily life and my work. I help people. I help get people into different various treatment centers for mental health and drug addiction and things like that. So that's something that's very dear to my heart, and I love helping others, and I love helping people overcome what their past and things like that. If you guys ever know anybody who is struggling with addiction or anything like that, you can DM me on Twitter, and I can help find them treatment through my work and things like that. It's something that I do in my daily life. And if you guys ever have any issues like that, please feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Titans Rossi. I can help with that. Whether it's on one of our centers or in another center, or if it's just a mental health situation. So, and Redeemed by Grace Ministries, with what Al is doing, he's helping people through that. And like I said, through the word of God and everything like that. So I know this is a football channel, but that's also part of my life as well. A lot of people don't know that. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. So anyways, we'll end on that, man. God bless all of you. Tighten up. So excited about this season. So excited. I mean, I'm just super excited again. Training camp coming up and all that stuff. So tighten up to you guys, and tighten up, man. Let's get this Super Bowl. I believe we're still in that window, and I'm ready to do it. Thanks for watching. Let's get to 50 likes. We'll just drop the boom. We'll have to do it later. I don't know if we've got the 50, but tighten up, guys. And I will see you guys maybe, hopefully, early next week. We'll get it going. So see you later.